My life died when I went on deployment. My wife cheated on me with that guy. I work with him. What's up, guys? I'm DwkVideos. I make military videos. This guy's a fanboy I met online on eHarmony. His name's NickyMGTV. His link is in the description down below if you want to watch his channel. It sucks.
I'm just kidding.
Today we're going to be doing FMTB East versus FMTB West. If you guys don't know, FMTB is like the emergency medicine Marine Corps training that corpsmen get after A school, and you can either go to East or West. East is Camp Lejeune and West is Camp Pendleton. Are you throwing up gang signs?
Yeah, kind of.
This just got
representing West.
Oh, this just got demonetized. And
all right, sorry. No gang signs. I'm just pointing to where he's at.
Yeah. With the blood sign. Anyway, since you just got through, can you give us a little brief showdown of what you do in FMTB?
Do you mean the training, or do you mean like that's like 10% of it, or do you mean like the other like
everything? Give us a quick brief description of what FMTB is and what you're going to be doing.
Where you're a Navy person that learns how to do Marine Corps stuff the Marine Corps way. Was that bad?
Oh,
you almost fell asleep there, right?
Don't they say FMTB West is like the Hollywood corpsman?
I only heard about that from East Coast people after I was done.
There's this big thing of saying who has it harder. People on the East Coast think the West is easy. People on the West think the East is easy. And we're going to debunk that by just saying the East is harder.
I don't think so. I don't even know. You know what's funny is the entire
I got bit by an alligator twice.
Because we're in the swamps. Now, but like the entire school, they're like, East has it easier. They do this, and this. And then we're like, you guys on the East are like, man, the West has it easier. They do this, and this. And it's like the entire time battling back and forth. Why did, like, my biggest question though is why does like any Marine Corps training like to have East and West? You got East and West boot camp, East and West field med.
Just
like
consolidate
East and West SOI. Like it doesn't. That part doesn't make sense to me. Like, is it really that much more cost effective to have an East and West Coast version of everything?
They need to consolidate it in West Africa, where you guys can, instead of swamps or hills, all you have to worry about is
you can't. Okay. No, but so like there's a lot of debate pretty much on which one's harder. So East is known for what?
Swamps and wooded areas, woodland, fucking going through jungles, and then while you're going through the jungles, the fucking swampy areas of that. But honestly, I think it's blown out of proportion because not that many times you're gonna go through the swamp, like twice.
So like for us, it was the hills is what everyone said was the hardest. Like that's why, because you do hikes or humps or rucks or whatever you want to call it through the hills of Camp Pendleton, whereas you guys, everyone like. We heard so many myths about the East Coast that was ridiculous. Like, that you guys only hiked on concrete. Some people thought that. I was like, there's no way you guys only hike on concrete.
Nah, it's all through jungles.
Yeah, it's weird. So, but you guys do it differently. Because I've talked to people about it. You guys hike the distance to where you're going to camp at, right? Or where you're going to be in the field at.
Yeah.
Whereas for us, we get taken to the field, we do our ops, and then like the next day or whatever, we end up hiking that morning. So it's kind of different.
Yeah, so how it worked for us, we hiked like on our 8 mile, which is like the big hike, whatever, the big hump. You hike 8 miles out to the place, you'll throw down your shit, and then you start, you know, going about the training operations there. And then you said you guys hike there,
No, we get a bus to the bivouac where we're gonna set up camp.
See, the RPs got bust. So now it's weird.
So for us, we take everything to where we sleep at, like literally right there. And then you set your pack down, and then you'll sleep that night, and then you gotta like repack everything that morning to bring it. Whereas you guys like just bring what you need. Is that how it happens?
So I think the packing lists are the same for both because they're both under the same command, but we just bring it on the hike. So you guys have to bring your shit too on the hike, right?
Not everything. So like
so it's confirmed. East is harder. Thanks guys for
no. So that's weird because like we had a lot of stuff we didn't even bring on the hike. So for example, like our Gore-Tex, even though we brought it with us, we didn't bring it with us on the hike.
Huh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff we didn't need, like e-tools. Like no one uses the e-tool. There's one weirdo who
which is just a shovel.
Yeah. He made it a point to like go out into the woods, dig him a hole, and shit into it.
Oh yeah, that's another
big
difference.
We had porta potties.
Oh, so, okay. So we were told that you guys did. We were told that you guys did cat holes.
You can. Yeah. If you're a weirdo, there was porta potties.
So we have porta potties too, but because Camp Pendleton is a reservation, we can't dig on the site at all. So that's why we didn't dig.
Oh.
So that made sense because they're trying to preserve it. So.
Did you see any out of wildlife there? What's the most dangerous wildlife you saw on the West Coast?
Rattlesnake. No, legit. Like legit rattlesnake. Someone found it. Like we were walking down and the area where we were picking up trash, I don't know how we spotted it, but this snake, no joke, like it's probably about this fat. Like
thick boy.
Thick boy.
Almost as big as DwkVideos.
They called somebody out to remove it. But yeah, it was pretty thick, man. Like, because they're like, you're not gonna come across rattlesnakes too much or like whatever. Mind you, we do, when we hike through there, there's signs saying open like hunting area. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, you can see us, but I don't, like, what if we got shot, man? What happens? I don't know.
Hopefully the corpsman there would know what to do. The east side corpsman would know what to do.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sure. You guys don't even know about rattlesnakes.
Out of the wildlife for us though, we had brown recluse and copperhead snakes.
Okay.
And one of the like crazy, 2 stories for each, right? The little spiders that were going around, they were crawling over people's tents and shit. So they were like where we were sleeping.
It was legit.
So that scared the fuck out of me. And then the drill instructors, well, whatever, you know what they call them, the sergeants, the instructors, they didn't really care. And one of them, to like make a point, I don't even think this was legal, he found one of the brown copperhead snakes and he beheaded it with an e-tool. To like,
sounds about right.
I don't know.
Was he Marine?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if it was to look cool, but he did it. And then the other story was we were doing land nav and we're hiking through this dense ass forest. It's getting dark. I can barely see stuff. And I think I step on a huge ass stick and I like pull it away and it slithers through. It was a copperhead snake, bro.
Damn.
I was like this close to going to the ER and like this close to finally being happy for once.
So the famous story for the west side was that there was a kid that said he thought he got bit and freaked out. Like he freaked out. They took him to medical or whatever to find out it was just like a thorn. And that was it. Like, because if you're like, what if I get bit? And they're like, yeah, we almost had that happen. Really, it's just a thorn. That was it.
If you get bit, I think you're supposed to just accept it and not tell anyone. Like you just get bit,
let yourself die.
You just slowly close your eyes and just wait for it.
And no, then they yell at you for sleeping, and you're like, I'm dying now.
Like, fuck, I don't care if you're dying. All right, my life died when I went on deployment. My wife cheated on me with that guy. I work with him.
Yeah.
Still.
The stories are great. The stories are great. But we'll get back. We'll digress into why West is harder. So.
No, go on. Because I keep talking shit too.
No, so everyone talks about how like East is like you guys have swamps. How like when we're talking about mud, how high up are you in mud? Like
so the mud is constant. Like when you hike like through the forest, like you'll get muddy and there's certain like little holes you'll step in. No more than like calf size shit. But there's this one thing you go through, right?
Yeah.
It's when you're doing litter carries and you're hearing a buddy pick up on the screen, give you an idea. Because I actually have the combat cameras there.
Yeah.
Fucking, you guys are carrying this with your buddy. You get up on a bridge over this legit swamp area that they make Marines. This is the best part.
Yeah.
Beforehand, they make all these E3 Marines go through the swamp. It's up to like, I'm like 5'6", and it was like up to my neck.
Okay.
Like it was like here, so like I'm assuming the littler people, littler than me, would probably drown to death. But
yeah,
fucking, they're up here. They have Marines go through to check it for snakes. Their whole job is to like go, just reach around and see if there's snakes.
So like, if anyone's gonna die today, it's you guys. That's it.
But that was their work day, dude. Like we saw them like get out of the swamp, shower, and go home. So
wow.
I mean,
yeah, I
really, but
death or get off work. I'm probably gonna get off work.
2-hour work day. Snake.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get on top of the bridge and they push your patient over. They're like, get him, so everyone jumps over the bridge or goes around the bridge and then you have to like swim through a swamp.
So does everybody have to go through the swamp though?
Yes.
Okay.
So only one person has to dive down and get the patient. The rest can be in the swamp and then the dude who gets the patient pulls up the litter and has those heavy dummies and shit. Okay. And then everyone grabs it and you walk.
So there's only one dude that's truly like
under
head to toe.
Head to toe, like one dude out of 4. Okay. Unless they're all super moto and they want to.
Oh no.
But
at that point I'd be done.
Yeah.
No, so you know what's funny is like everyone's like, man, the East they've got swamps and stuff, and then it like rained both field ops we had except for the last one, and we all got muddy, and I was like, it's the same thing. Like we all got muddy. Yeah, we weren't like knee deep or whatever in it, but we still did get muddy. But the hills did suck. Like honestly. So they call it La Mesa or AK Bitch Hill. Yeah, literally that's what it's called. because you start the hike.
Are you trying to get me demonetized?
No, I'm not. So they call it Bitch Hill. We're on the west side for us. Like literally, it's the beginning of your hike. The very beginning is like, so if you're gonna fail the hike, you're gonna know from the very beginning, right? So literally, it's just like, it's pretty. They said it was like 40 degrees, 45 degrees, somewhere in that ballpark. So it's pretty steep, and you're like, oh, that's not bad. But then you gotta walk it at, they say for hills, 2.5 miles per hour. Then you gotta account for the pack that you have on too, which is about 50-ish pounds. So I mean, yeah, I could walk up to that 2.5, but
well, West Coast is 50-ish. Ours is about 300.
300 what?
Pounds.
Bullshit.
So, for the sake of making this video, you're a puss, and I am a god. All right?
No, you're not. Like, FMTB West is, so they say FMTB West is the best. And to be real, well, no, they're both, yeah.
Because everyone at Lejeune
FMTB
referred to Hollywood West as the Hollywood West. Yeah, Hollywood West.
Hollywood, okay. And then it was what?
Like, you know, Prissy Corman.
But what makes this like Prissy Corman? Like,
I think it's just because they weren't from Cali, so I think they were just talking shit.
That's the thing I don't understand. It's like, what's the big difference?
All
Like,
right, we're breaking the ties right now. All right, we're one knob of the beast nation, and you gotta think one day you're gonna die. One day.
one day.
One day.
And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do today?
When you're dead?
Change that.
Change your diaper?
Dude, did you make sure you put the black bars right there, so it's like intense. Do a good little edit over that.
Oh, and like some motivational music?
Yeah.
Can I just put Nava's clip?
Just do it.
Will he copyright me?
What would Nava do?
Dude, Nava, don't copyright me. Roll it.
Got him. Got him. It doesn't even matter. I got him.
All right, so we concluded that west is best. It's harder. I'm just gonna say it. So hopefully all the instructors are on my side and they're not just triggered by everything I post.
If you guys want to follow Nikki, his link is in the description down below. But of course, click on my merch first, and then click on his link. You guys see this? You guys, oh, let me give it a shot. Let me give it the Devil Dolphins Cove. You guys,
Up a little bit.
You guys
Right there.
You guys see that shot? And oh, Bruno, how you like? Come here.
Like for Bruno,
Bruno.
comment for me, subscribe for Donnie.
All right, I'll see you guys.